So a traditional website is defined as a page on the internet without a specific next step. There's nothing specific you're asking people to do right away, right? So for example, let us imagine this to be a website, and up top here you have like a navigation bar which points out to different pages of yours. So let's say here you have your home page, here you have a page listing all of the services and products that you offer, and here we have a testimonial page and something else here, right? So the section up top has a really good image of yours and a headline about you. And then we have a section to, let's say, connect with you on social media, or probably the awards or the press releases you have been featured in. And then we have an About Me section for to convey the story of yours. And then we have like a testimonial section down here, right? So this is basically a home for your brand. So this resonates with your brand. This shows people what you do and what you are, right? So people just come here, they get to know you, they get to know your business, they get to know what you offer, they get to know how you got here, they get to connect with you, and they might become a client further down the line, but not right away because there's nothing pulling them in that direction and there's no clear path for them to do so, right? So really good example for this is this page of ours, which is the gogobitkey.com. Right, so as you guys might already know, Gogo does a lot of different things. So she has her own real estate organization, she has her own paid community, she has her mastermind, she has her own podcast, she does public speaking, she has an agent attraction course. You can book GoGo on your podcast. So there's various different things. You can find all of them here in this website of ours, right? So here we have some lead capture freebies, and then we have buy and sell pages. We have a little about her real estate organization, and we have a section about her with a video of Gogo and verbiage about her, who she is, and her story, and about how she got to where she is today, right? So this is basically a home for her brand. So according to me, no matter what you do, no matter what business or niche you're in, it is super important for you to have a website because this is where people will come to get to know you. So when people, let's say, type your name in the internets or the Googles of the world, this is something which should pop up right away, and this is the point of connection for you and your potential client, right? So this is basically what a website is. So now let's move on to sales funnels. So like the name suggests, a sales funnel is basically a series of pages leading people to one final result or an outcome, which is likely to sign up or buy a product of yours, right? So this is your only goal with a sales funnel, right? So unlike the website, it's not really branded, it's not really pretty looking, doesn't really have a lot of things or information about you and your businesses, because like I said, the main goal of the funnel is to convert people, right? So most funnels are super, super simple. It's not really branded. Let's say they only have like one video and one button. So just to give you an example of how a sales funnel work. So let's say the first step of the funnel here is to capture the information, right? So you're offering them something for free. In return, you're capturing their information, and then you use that information to promote a webinar or a video training of yours where you explain them your service and the benefits of that service. And with that, they hop on a call with you and then you finally close them. So this is basically how a sales funnel actually works, which is completely different from a website, right? So now that we know what is a website and what a sales funnel is, now let's move on to the pros and cons of each of these. And let's start off with the websites first. And like I said, websites are really good for positioning and branding and projecting yourself as an expert out there. It makes you look like a bigger company and you have a lot going on with, right? When people come on your website and start looking around, it starts building trust as they look at your testimonials, your success stories, and all the stuff you're running, which will give them like a holistic view of you and your business, which is completely missing in a sales funnel, right? So this also works as an incubator. So what I mean by this is, like I previously said, websites don't really convert right away, but they help you connect with your potential clients, right? So they might connect with you on your social media, they might start following your life, your business, and they might convert sometime down in the line, like a couple of weeks or a couple of months later. They might sign up for one or multiple services of yours, right? So these are some of the pros with the website. And I don't really call this a con because, website is not really meant to do this, right? So I can't really start explaining a car and say, cars are good, they go on the road, but cars can't fly. Of course, cars can't fly, they're not meant to fly, right? So it's the same thing with a website. Websites don't really have a clear next step. And this is exactly why we have sales funnel. So funnels have clear defined next steps. So they have a clear defined trajectory on how a potential client should travel in order to convert and buy your service or a product, right? So funnels are also scalable. So you have the ability to tweak and make changes to the funnels or to the funnel steps, depending on how it's performing to improve its performance, right? So one big thing here is you can also run ads to your funnels. Of course, you can run ads to your website, and maybe you don't want to do that because you're not really getting any returns right away, right? So it's not really measurable. Unlike funnels, you can, actually calculate the ROAS, ROAS, which basically is return on ad spend. You can calculate that right away because with funnels, you get conversions right away, unlike websites, right? So these are some of the pros for the funnels. And now moving on to the cons. So funnels have absolutely no branding, like I previously said. Unlike websites, websites have really good branding because we're not really, explaining a lot of things on the website about yourself, about other businesses of yours, which will ultimately lead in not building as much trust as a website does. And funnels are mostly for one product or service because obviously you don't want to, confuse your clients and lose them, right? So these are some of the pros and cons of funnels.